there go the Guardians. Yeah, bam. So the Guardians absolutely obliterated. Really nasty. But luckily the Wraithlord is in tip-top shape. And he's firing at me with something from the Ravener there, and that's actually hurting the Wraithlord a little bit. Yeah, he's losing some health from that. Gonna want to bring in the Warlock. Actually, the Warlock's got a point there which he can take, so I'm gonna secure a little bit more territory before I do that. The Wraithlord's fairly sturdy. I can always rejuvenate him later. Got a Warp Spider squad coming in now, so that's going to be really helpful against these Tyranid infantry. He's got some Ripper Swarms taking down the victory point at the 6 o'clock, so I'm going to bring in the Wraithlord, try and take that out. And the Warp Spider squads have arrived. I'm going to upgrade the Aspect upgrade, as well as the Exarch there, and they should be a really powerful force against these Tyranids. Really good, because you can just jump out of combat, as well as jumping in to chase them. There's the Ravener there. Might just engage that Ravener with some Warp Spiders in due time. But in the meantime, cutting off the escape for the Ripper Swarms and just trashing them with the Warp Spiders. So that's the way to go. Just making sure that they can't contribute to the fight for ages. Warlock's there as well to try and cut them off, but they're just moving too fast for me to really get in there. And looks like we've got a group of Spore Mines on my tail, trying to teleport out of the way of the Spore Mines. Oh, just in time! That was just a pimp move there by me, if I dare say so myself. Teleporting out just in the nick of time and surviving with a whole squad intact while he loses his Spore Mines. That's the way to deal with Spore Mines, mind you, but Warp Spiders are tier 2. You really want to make the most use of your Spore Mines in tier 1 before the enemy gets stuff like that. And here come the Tyranid Warriors, getting in close combat with the Warlock. Not a good idea. The Tyranid Warriors really need to flank around and get some shots off on the Wraithlord. But things seem to really be going my way now. I've got 3 deadly units here. The Warlock, the Warp Spiders, and the Wraithlord. And they're going to trash this power node very shortly. And the Warlock can now take it back, and that's going to deny my opponent a lot of power later on. And in the meantime, I can send the Wraithlord up to the 12 o'clock to protect that one, while the Warp Spiders go down and take the victory point at the 6 o'clock. But he's moved in with his warriors. I've got the Warlock handy, so just engaging the Warriors in close combat will be the way to go, while the Wraithlord spams them with Shuriken Cannon fire. Wraithlord teleporting in with the Warp Spiders as well. That's really good way to actually make sure he loses all of these units here. He's got some more Spore Mines, so I'm going to have to be very careful about that. Hovering my finger over the J for the jump ability there with the Warp Spiders, and this is going to be very important. Trying to jump out at the last second. Oh, didn't quite do that cleanly. I lost a couple of Warp Spiders there, but managed to save a couple of them. That's fortunate. I didn't lose a whole squad. But still, you can see how dangerous those spore colonies are. If you're not very quick on your toes, you can really lose them. But fortunately, taking back some power over at the bottom left, really good way to go. He secured the victory point at the 12 o'clock, and the victory point score is evening up very nicely. Got a Wraithlord there to attack the Tyranid Warriors, but the Wraithlord's in danger now. The Tyranid Warriors are going to be able to get some shots off on it, and it's losing health very rapidly. I could lose this Wraithlord. It's charging into close combat, but ouch, losing the Wraithlord after all. In the meantime, the Ripper Swarm has been taken out, and I have secured the power node there, so I've denied him a lot of power. And the Warlock now at level 6, pretty tough. Should be able to take on these, just jumping over the little carts there. But here comes the Fire Prism. And hopefully this Fire Prism will really seal the deal. I should be able to blow away anything that opposes it. In the meantime, his Ravener has taken out the 12 o'clock and the top right, so I'm going to need to get some troops in position to deal with that. Warlock very low on health, so engaging the shield there, and I'm going to want to try and run away. Luckily for me, he's fallen back with his forces there. Warlock very low on health, and Ravener has dived into a tunnel to prevent him from dying. I'm going to be wanting to be very careful with this Warlock. I haven't fallen back with him yet. Going to try and take out some tunnels. I'm being very cautious. Well, not being very cautious. In fact, throwing caution to the wind. Here comes his Ravener just jumping out and leveled up with the Warlock. Is this going to give me enough to kill? Oh man, the Warlock should have died there. The Warlock's only on 50 health. And at any rate, the Warlock has killed the Ravener rather than the other way around, which is totally stupid. The Ravener should have picked off that Warlock there, but the Ravener must have just been a low health as well. Obviously, it was a combination of the Fire Prism being there and the Warlock getting the first hit on the Ravener and killing him anyway. This is just stupid stuff. I really should have lost this game, but as you can see, some things just haven't really been ironed out right in this game, which still isn't its beta version, mind you. But the Prism just getting free reign over the battlefield now, blasting everything in sight. Warlock taking the victory point at the top. I'm going to run away as soon as any danger befalls me. But health is regenerated now, back up to about 85 hit points. Level 7, so he's well armored. I've got that Psychic Shield ability, mind you, which gives him a little bit more durability. Unfortunately, Pimpy is going to have to be spending quite a lot on revive, because he's losing his hero so many times. What am I going to go for next? Well, more Warp Spiders, that's the way. Getting rid of these tunnels as well. That's a good way to do it. So, moving over to the top right with my Warlock, just because that's kind of out of harm's way. I'm going to start blasting things with the Fire Prism. Preferably these power nodes, which potentially could be taken back, and I just want to get rid of the power generators, I think, before it takes them back that way. And just reviving a lot of hit points on the Warlock, which is good. Got the Warp Spiders out in the midfield. Got all of the victory points going my way at the stage, so definitely winning the game in terms of that. Just having a look at some of the other hero items with the Warlock. They do look kind of handy. With my second Warp Spider squad out in the field here, well, the only Warp Spider squad that I have currently, just upgrading the X-Arch and the Aspect ability. Getting rid of another point up the top, another node, another tunnel. That's what it's called, is the word I was searching for there. And it looks like we've got a quite impressive force here. Prism, Warp Spiders, 2 Warp Spider squads, and the Warlock should be enough to really destroy any kind of units he has. I think he's hunkering down in his base, saving up for something nasty. That would really be the only way to go. But I've got a lot of nasty forces myself, and still saving up. Should be able to afford something new. Putting down a webway gate. Now, one thing that I didn't need to do there was put down the second webway gate back at home. I think once you put a webway gate down out in the field, it automatically creates one back at home. Either that or you already have one. I shouldn't have placed the second one back at home. There was no need to do that. It's just me not really understanding the ability correctly, so never mind that. I know what to do now. And taking the point closest to his base, he's trying to take the power back. Take the power back! Isn't that a Rage Against Machine song? I think it is. So I know where his Ravener is. He's down at the 6th block. I've been wanting to capture him, to knock him out. The crucial thing here is to actually get rid of all of the tunnels that he's placing in his wake while this happens, so that I can box him in without him trying to tunnel away, and that should be the way to go. And just making a comment there, because I apparently had some Guardians sitting around the 6th block position somehow. But yeah, unfortunately, I've lost them. But this should be an opportunity for me to box in his Ravener and take him out one more time, and really he's down to 50 victory points left, and slowly losing them. Just blasting that tunnel. And the Ravener's there. Ravener trying to run away inside the tunnel. He's going to make it. Or is he going to make it? No, he's not. He's not entered inside the tunnel yet. The tunnel's been taken out. This gives me a perfect opportunity to kill him again. Just jumping. I'm going to be jumping around on the other side with the Warp Spiders, and nothing you can do. Just trash them again, and taking back the final victory point. And that's game. So, guys, thanks for watching. Next game will actually be a cinematic style. It won't be a first-person commentary. It'll show me versus the Rag Picker, and it'll be of a replay. So that'll be a first for me doing a Dawn of War 2 game. That's the GG there from Simon. Thanks so much for letting me post this game. Hope you enjoyed it. But next up, the Rag Picker versus Vaul.